I'm almost regretting doing this. So, can you state your name and who you work for?
Oh, hi, Jason. My name's Darcy Lussier, and I work for Protegra.
That sounds like a, one of those spam emails that you get. You want this type of drug? Is that the kind of company you work for?
No. It actually comes from the term professionals with integrity, and we morph those
Increase
into
your Protegra.
Increase your. I need to mention that to the marketing guys. That's great. We'll have shirts with a little blue pill. Protegra. Increase your performance.
There you go. See, I got ideas.
Great.
I'm an idea man. Speaking of marketing and T-shirts, let me just zoom in here a little bit because I saw this at the MVP Summit.
Yes.
And this is just a little straight. So you got Homeboys. Now the guy in the middle is Hazelman, or how do you say his name?
That's Hanselman.
Hanselman, yeah. And then the guy on your left is Phil. How do you say his name?
That's Phil Hack. Yeah.
Hack. Now the other guy, I'm sorry, I don't know who he is.
Okay, this is so embarrassing because once I tell people who he is, people are like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And that's one of the reasons why I wear this shirt is because I am the president of the Rob Connery fan club. And people need to know who Rob Connery is. And, not just, oh, yeah, he does Subsonic. Oh, yeah, he's on MVC. Oh, yeah, he and Belware have epic tweet wars. But people need to know his face and who he is as a person, not just an enigma.
Yes, okay. So, now, do you have any other fanboy shirts?
I do, actually.
Okay.
I have one for Justice Gray, which he was a Canadian blogger who unfortunately has gone underground over the last year or so. We're hoping he makes a resurgence, but he's in Vancouver eating lots of sushi and loving life. So, and then I'm thinking about a new slate of T-shirts for the next MVP Summit.
What you should do is make one for Chris.
For Chris Williams.
Yeah.
Saying what though?
I don't know.
We'd have to think of something.
Yeah. I don't know. Just let that stew in your head.
I will. I'll let it stew in here, and I'll come up with something real. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have a long sleeve T-shirt that just mimics all his tattoos. That would be pretty cool. We could sell that. It'd be like a Halloween costume. I'm going as Chris Williams. I'll shave my head too. It'll be perfect.
Oh, awesome. But then you can't do the metal spiky thing, But at least you can do it.
That's true.
At least you can do it.
I'm actually disappointed that my hair didn't get its session accepted for this goat camp, but that's okay. I understand. There's only so many slots.
Speaking of sessions, what are you doing your session?
So my session today is going to be on Silverlight. We're going to talk about a boot. We're going to talk about
What is it we're talking about?
Let's go. I'm talking about.
See, now you're fitting in the other guy.
Now that was for Texas.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm going to be talking about lessons from the trenches, just things that people who maybe are new to Silverlight development need to know. They're coming from ASP.NET or a WinForms background. Aspects of it that they might not realize. I know from web developers, they just assumed it was going to be like WinForm development for the web. Windows developers, who knows what they thought. So it's just sort of, trying to get the information out, let people know what it is they can expect when they start developing with Silverlight.
Now, the last time you came to the code camp, if I recall correctly, you were like going on a biz talk.
I was.
Is that still something on your horizon?
No. I went down that path, and it wasn't so much that I have anything against BizTalk because they're coming out with a brand new version. Things are looking good. It was more just in the market that I was in up in Winnipeg. It's not a whole lot going on around BizTalk. There's a very small community. Part of the other thing was that I moved to the company I was with to do BizTalk work. I obviously have since left that company to go to a different one. So
the Viagra company.
The Viagra company.
Yeah.
And so there's different focuses there and different things that I'm doing. So it was a good experience. Learned lots, but it's not the same focus anymore.
Last question, since you just mentioned we're teasing you about the
yes,
and the floppy head. That you actually came from Canada and you drove down here.
I did.
And there was a little bit of a worry at the beginning of this week, right? Because
there was.
You didn't even know if you'd actually physically be able to get through the roads.
Yes. Yes.
Is there still bad flooding up there?
So we actually, there's the main road that you normally take. You go direct south from Winnipeg and you go through North Dakota. So you drive through Grand Forks and Fargo. Grand Forks and Fargo are getting the really bad piece of the flood right now. Winnipeg is a little bit better protected. So the city's going to be okay, but the roads south of it are probably going to see some washed out as well. But there's an alternate route that actually goes straight to a border crossing on the Manitoba-Minnesota border. And so we did that way instead. And It wasn't bad, except that the speed limit was slower than the interstate. But
Yeah. Well, at least you got here.
Yeah,
And I
I
got you
did.
videotape kissing Aaron. So
Yes.
That was the best. So
oh,
thank you again, Darcy.
thank you, Jason.